everyone, welcome back to my channel. Just wanted to got something in my eye. I can't even speak, literally. Oh, that was close, I almost fell off. Ugh. So today's video is basically going to be about my favourite workout classes in London. So if you live in London, you can kind of go and check these places out, or if you don't live in London, you can find some that are near you. I'm sure that they have similar things wherever you guys are from, but these are just my favourite places. So I moved to London 2.5 years ago, and when I first started going to the gym, I literally went to one that was at the bottom of my road, and it was kind of just one of those cheap ones that were like £20 a month, and it just had a big floor and then loads of cardio machines, and that was basically it. Now, there's nothing against, I have nothing against those kind of gyms. If they work for you, then that's absolutely amazing. Like, if you can motivate yourself, then I have so much respect for you, because I cannot, for the life of me, motivate myself. If you can do that and that works for you, then that's amazing, but personally for me that doesn't work. So I moved to where I live now, and I actually joined LA Fitness, which is probably a little bit better than the gym I was going to, and it actually had classes, which was one of the main reasons why I decided that I would join that gym and pay a little bit more. So I went and I was doing classes, and it was great, and I'd go and sometimes do gym work, so on the floor, but mainly I would be going and doing classes. So I do spin, I do body pump, and then LA Fitness shut down. Well, it turned into Pure Gym, and I just kind of didn't want to go back to the kind of cheaper end of the gyms, but even though it was kind of going to be the same trainers, the whole thing just felt different to me, and I was a bit like, no, this isn't going to work, so I had to find something else. So I actually got an email from someone that I work with about ClassPass. Now, I've heard of ClassPass, and I saw all about their trials all the time. Literally all over my Facebook, I'd get like pumped ads from them. But I never wanted to click, because it always scares me when you sign up for a trial, and I'm the most forgetful person in the world, and I would probably end up signing up for like 6 months where I've completely forgotten it's coming out of my bank account. So that's a problem. So I did the trial and I loved it. I found probably 3 or 4 classes and instructors that I loved, and I was like, I have to get on this properly. So I continued with my trial, and I became a member. So back then it was unlimited, and it was £75, I think. So it was kind of worth it, and you got unlimited classes, so you could go as many times as you want, and I was kind of obsessed when I first got it, so I would go and try loads of places and find the ones that I really, really liked. But of course, you can go and try a million, and there will only be a few that you actually really enjoyed. So I found these places on ClassPass. I am actually no longer on ClassPass because they have changed their membership, so they've actually doubled it. So it's not double, but it's £110 for a month, but you only get 10 classes. And considering I was going about 3 or 4 times a week, it didn't work for me. And I've actually kind of got my fitness down, so if that makes sense. So I've kind of gone from doing 1 million classes a week to maybe doing 1 or 2, mainly just because, not because I don't have time, but I just enjoy it that way, and I've just found these things that I love, and they're actually hour classes, and I actually ache for like so long after. So yeah, I mean, ClassPass is still around if you want to try it out. I'll leave a link below. I think they've got a £19 trial for 2 weeks, or I know they were doing 75% off of their first month. But please, if you don't want to continue it, you don't want to pay the £110, please remember to cancel it, because I always forget, and so I always have to make myself a note on my phone. I have to put it in my work calendar, in my diary, because if I am just the worst, and I would always forget. So please bear that in mind if you're going to start the trial. But yeah, I will link it below, because I think it's amazing, and it really, really helped me figure out what I loved about fitness, because I feel like when you go to classes and you kind of find things you're not really sure what you like, and with fitness you should always go to a class that you know you're gonna love. You should go to a class that you're excited to go to. I mean, fitness isn't exciting, so when you can find something that you love and you know is going to work for you and it's the best thing, then you just need, basically, go and find classes that you like and that it will work amazing for you, I promise you. The first place that I love going to is a place called Rebel, but it's spelled One Rebel. So I always call it One Rebel, but everyone's like, it's Rebel. So I personally, call it whatever you want, but it's basically, there's 2 studios. One is in Moorgate in London and the other one is in Liverpool Street. And they both offer this class called Reshape. So Reshape is a room and it's got treadmills all around the edges with mirrors, and then it's also got these little blocks all along the rooms which have weights, and they're a block. So you spend your time doing stuff on the treadmills, stuff with weights, and you kind of switch it up. And it's amazing. Now I haven't been in a while, so because it's been Christmas, but I usually go to Robyn's class if I'm going to go to one. I go to Robyn's class at 6:15 every Friday morning. Now she also does one at 7 o'clock. I need to check that, but I'll pop the link down below so you can see. Robyn is amazing. She's my favourite trainer at Rebel. I highly recommend if you go to one of her classes. Now that's not to dismiss any other trainer at Rebel. So I would highly recommend going, and even if you use ClassPass, go and try. Go and see what you like. It's definitely worth it, but I love Rebel and I highly recommend that if you're in London, you go and try them out. Now my second and my all-time holy goodness favourite place to go ever, my favourite class in the whole world. So I found this place called Seen on Screen. Now I'll link all of the information about them below and all their Instagrams, and you can follow their hashtag on Instagram and you can see all the classes. They're amazing. So Seen on Screen is basically a hour, 2 hours classes where they basically teach you a routine. So Beyonce 6-inch I think is on today, and they have Britney, they have everyone under the sun, and they always do all of the new songs. So like Little Mix, Shout Out to My Ex, and Touch. So they do all of those. And they have classes throughout the week. So classes are Diva, they have hip hop, they also do normal gym classes, so like Sweat, where it's not really a routine. And they have so many more. I will literally link them all below. But honestly, this place has changed how I feel about fitness, because I never thought that I could lose weight from dancing. I know that a lot of these dancers are tiny and they have fabulous bodies, but for me, I was like, I'm dancing once a week. It's like minimal. I'm not really doing anything else. But seriously, since I started Seen on Screen and doing 1 to 2 classes a week, I have lost 20 pounds. So I highly recommend that you go and do this. Or go and try it out. I mean, if you're scared and you think that you don't want to learn how to dance, or if you're scared and you want to take someone with you, take someone with you. But honestly, the classes are so welcoming and you're not there to make a fool of yourself. Like, no one's going to yell at you if you go the wrong way. And I've done it a million times, and I've used the wrong step, and I've bashed into myself, and I've fallen on the floor, stuff like that. No one is going to stand there and yell at you. It's for fun. You're going for fun. And everyone there's new people, there's people who've done it for years, there's people like me who've probably been there for almost a year, who don't do classes all the time. But honestly, it's so good, and it makes you feel amazing. I promise you. After a class, especially if it's like Beyonce or a song that you've loved on the radio. So I did Little Mix, Shout Out to My Ex. Now I was dying over this song for so long, and Kelechi, who actually taught it, dances with Little Mix. So that's the best thing about Seen on Screen, is that they all dance with all of the people that they teach. So they've danced with Beyonce, they've danced with Little Mix, so many others, and they've gone on tour with them and stuff, and it is amazing. So they really know what they're doing as well. So I love Seen on Screen. I know they have an open day, I think, in about 2 weeks. Now I've got all my friends to come down with me. I'm like, listen, it's fine. You don't need to have danced before, really. Like, it's just fun. Go and dance to Beyonce like you do in your bedroom, but taught by the people who have danced with Beyonce. So you know how to shake your bum. And the workout calorie count is insane. I did a 2-hour Beyonce, but wait, it was their birthday. 5-year birthday for Seen on Screen, and I did their Beyonce medley. melody, I always get this wrong. It's a medley. It's a medley. Jumping, Crazy in Love, Single Ladies. Yeah. And I burned about 800 and something calories, and I have a Fitbit, so it tells me to my height and my weight. So it might vary for different people, but for me, that was how much I burned. And considering that you're not actually stood there sweating, but you're having an amazing time. So I took my friends with me and we had an amazing 2 hours, and we were like laughing and we were dancing to our favourite songs that we do in the club and we do in our bedrooms. And honestly, you don't expect to burn that many calories when you're having that much fun. So I would highly recommend trying Seen on Screen and Rebel, actually. Like, they're completely different if you think about it. Like, so one Rebel are kind of on the end of proper workouts, so like weights and cardio, whereas dance is cardio and it's fun and you have a blast whilst doing it. So I highly recommend that you go and try both, or you try ClassPass and find out what works for you. Now, I know Seen on Screen are also up in Manchester sometimes, but if you're ever in London and it's a weekend or a weekday, come and check them out because it's so much fun and I love it. It's kind of a really social aspect of working out, and I just think that you need to find something that you love, because if you don't find something that you love, workouts can just become dry and boring, and it's like, oh, I've got to go and work out. But I know that if I'm getting up on a Wednesday, I'm like, I can go to Diva at 6:30 and dance like Little Mix or dance like Beyonce, and honestly, you will not regret going and trying. And it's scary as hell the first time. I remember my first class, I was petrified, terrified. I was like, what if I get it wrong? What if I can't dance? But honestly, the more you do it, the more fun you have, and the more you do it, the more you learn. So I highly recommend checking them out. I think that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. If you like this video, then make sure you subscribe in the little thingy. I don't really know, like the little thingy mabobber. I don't know. I'll just like, I don't know, it's like a button. I don't know. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And tell me what your favourite classes are. If you're in London and you're on ClassPass, or if you're not on ClassPass, then comment below and tell me where you like to go, and I'll go and check it out. Why not? Bye, guys.